In music, you'll often hear people talk about the circle of fifths, but what is the circle of fourths? What is that all about? And why are these patterns always circles? Well, these patterns form circles because music is inherently cyclical. And to see what I mean, I'll show you how the circle of fifths is formed, which also explains the circle of fourths. So the circle of fifths is just a big pattern of overlapping major scales. For example, if you play the C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, the second half of that pattern is G, A, B, C, which is the first half of the G major scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. And the second half of that scale forms the first half of the D major scale, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, and so on, moving through all 12 keys until the pattern cycles back to the C major scale again. Together, all of these overlapping scales form one big loop, or a circle, where each new scale or key begins on the fifth note of the previous scale, which is why we call it the circle of fifths. As you move in a clockwise direction, each key begins on the fifth note of the scale before it. So in the C major scale, for example, we have C, D, E, F. The fifth note is G, and that starts G, A, B, C. The fifth note of that is D, D, E, F sharp, G. The fifth note of that is A, so we have A, B, C sharp, D, etc. Each new scale starts on the fifth note of the previous scale. So this brings us to the circle of fourths, which is actually just the exact same pattern. It's identical to the circle of fifths, but to cycle through intervals of a fourth, you just move in a counterclockwise direction, so you move in this direction. So in the key of G, for example, the fourth note is C, and in the key of C, the fourth note is F, which is over here, and in the key of F, the fourth note is B flat, which is over here, etc. You just cycle through fourths in a circle of fourths, moving in that direction. So the circle of fourths is the circle of fifths, and this pattern forms a loop because music is cyclical.